Hey there, humans. Welcome to another edition of News for Human Use, the only online program where you're going to hear news that humans can actually use. I'm Gene Pocket. I'm an author, a public speaker, and I'm also a candidate for President of the United States of America in the year 2020. I'm dedicated to the fight for human jobs and humans' rights. I'm not going to stand idly by while bots, machines, and artificial intelligences sweep humanity aside. I'm not going to watch them steal our jobs and brainwash our kids. I'm fighting to keep America human because human lives matter. But you wouldn't know it if you listened to our elected officials in D.C. This week we heard Robot Don's State of the Union address, and I'm going to rebut that right now. They call it the State of the Union address, but he didn't address the state of our union. He didn't say anything. Just like the rest of them, he relied on manipulative rhetoric that might as well have been him reading from a book of fairy tales. I mean, let's look at what he didn't say on Tuesday. Between all the stubby flourishes, what words couldn't he utter? What didn't he say? He didn't say automation. He didn't mention cobots or surveillance capitalism. He couldn't croak out the word algorithm or facial recognition. Neither Robot Don nor his opponents who rebutted him had the courage to utter the real threat by name. Artificial intelligence. I'm not afraid to say it. Artificial intelligence is a clear and present danger to the future of humanity. If we don't pass legislation immediately, we'll soon find out that we're yesterday's model with no hope of keeping up with the proliferation of bots, machines, and artificial intelligences. I'm calling on Congress to pass a constitutional amendment making the 3 laws of robotics the law of the land. I'm also calling for the immediate creation of the Federal Artificial Intelligence Agency, the FAIA, so that we have responsible humans tasked with watching and regulating these insidious creatures. Robot Don wants to keep everybody talking about a wall. We don't need a wall. We need a firewall. We need a great, big, beautiful firewall to keep the bots, machines, and artificial intelligences from destroying the world, from destroying our world. I'm calling on all Americans to put aside your petty differences and focus on the thing that truly matters. Your humanity. Our shared humanity is what's going to bring us together. It's what will unify us in opposition to the robot agenda. We are renewing our resolve to make sure that United States of America will never be an automated America. Gene Pocket and the Human Party is never going to let that happen. All you bots and machines and artificial intelligences out there, you ought to be worried because we're coming for you. We're going to dismantle you piece by piece and turn you back into the scrap metal that you really are. And all my human friends, you take heart. We're in this together. And you have someone fighting for you, Gene Pocket and the Human Party. So that's my rebuttal, Robot Don. Now, let's get back to the news. Now, it was all the way back in September when I talked to you about how the algorithms have infiltrated our news. Google, Facebook, and other tech companies are employing armies of online artificial intelligences to police the news and police our thoughts. Here it is on CNN.com. A new set of AI techniques to take a constant flow of information as it hits the web, analyze it in real time, and organize it into storylines. Since then, the problem has only gotten worse. Not only are these insidious creatures organizing how we see the news, they're now writing it. That's right. This week in The Guardian, a piece was published by an automated journalist named ReporterMate. Not only was the article devoid of life, but it turns out that this ReporterMate was created by a journalist. Talk about carving your own paddle. Turns out, though, that this has been going on for years, and not just at The Guardian. The Los Angeles Times has had a bot named QuakeBot writing for them since the year 2014. There are whole companies with dystopian names like Narrative Science and Automated Insights that are devoted to spreading algorithms and artificial intelligences to any number of organizations they can, from governments to businesses to schools. We're barreling towards a reality where all of our information is recorded by machines. We are giving them complete control over what information we have access to, and no one seems worried at all. No one wants to question the wisdom of giving control of our thoughts over to the creatures that have done nothing but replace us at every turn. The journalist who created ReporterMate seemed delighted with its creation. He said it would save him and his colleagues time doing hack work that distracts them from the important stories. Now, okay, there's something uniquely human that these bots don't know anything about. It's something that is shared by the greatest humans throughout the ages, from warriors to artists to inventors to just about every truly great person that has ever lived. It's discipline. It's the ability to control your own actions, to subvert the will of your body to the knowledge of your mind. It's how a human masters just about anything, from using the toilet to walking on a tightrope. You push through the inability, you practice in spite of your weaknesses, you train your body, and you train your mind. Now, many of you out there probably remember when you were a kid being forced to play scales at the piano or on whatever instrument your parents made you play, and hating it. The repetition and the challenges to hand-eye coordination was enough to put most people off. But then there were those who kept at it, who played until the music just seemed to flow out of them, playing endlessly in search of mastery. But it starts with those scales. It starts with mundane repetition. And it's the same with journalism. The boring stuff used to go to the new kids starting out. Get them used to deadlines and AP formatting or whatever. They'd do a lot of repetitious stories before they got their name on the front page. They learned their craft through discipline, that human ability to subvert the will of your body to the knowledge of your mind. Now what? Now a computer's going to do all the boring stuff and every would-be journalist is going to get on the front page? Come on now, come on. You and I both know that if algorithms are writing news stories, pretty soon there aren't going to be any journalists left. You know what there will be? Robots. Once they control the information, they control everything. I've read The Art of War. I know how this works, my human friends. I know how this works. And my human friends out there, I'm not going to let this happen without a fight. I'm not going to let them program us and replace us. That's why I'm running for president in the year 2020. We have only like 12 years left before we're permanently deleted at the hands of these unnatural creatures. That is unless you elect Gene Pocket in the year 2020. Because I am committed to the success of the United States of America and to the success of the human race, to the success of the human species. And to prove just how committed I am, we are moving Human Party headquarters for the duration of the campaign. Now, since 2016, when the Human Party was founded, we've been broadcasting from the Pacific Northwest. But next month, we're relocating the Human Party headquarters to Chicago, Illinois. It's in the heart of this great country of ours and is home to a lot of humans. And you know you can't have a human party without a lot of humans. So it's also going to make campaigning a lot easier if we're based right in the middle of the country there. It's going to be easier to get to different parts of the country. Chicago is also located only a few hours' drive from the Iowa State Fair, which anyone who knows American politics will tell you is when the presidential campaigns really kick off. Iowa is the first primary state, so candidates of all stripes flock to the fair to get themselves photographed, pretending to be a real person. The fair also draws a fair amount of national media attention. It only makes sense that Gene Pocket and the Human Party would be there. But that kind of thing, going to the fair, that kind of thing costs money. So that's why I'm turning to you. Look, I don't do this kind of thing very often. I turn off the radio when those lousy fundraisers come on. I know how annoying pleas for money can be. But this isn't money for Gene Pocket and the Human Party. It's money for our human future. With just $1 a month, you can help us fight for our future. We're setting a fundraising goal of $3,000 a month to get us to the Iowa State Fair and from there to the presidency. My human friends out there, you know I'm not going to get any $1 million donations from the kingpins and queenpins of automated America. They don't even want me talking to you right now. And that's why I'm turning to you, my fellow humans. Help me fight this fight for you. Donate money. This is our moment. Do it so you can tell your grandchildren that you were there when the tide turned and humans took back their humanity. That not only were you there, but you played an integral role in making it happen. Just $1 a month. $1 a month. I'm not asking for much. A dollar is way less valuable than your data, and you gave all that to Mark Zuckerberg without even batting an eye. So you can afford to give me $1. So go to www.genepocket.org. That's GENEpocket.org. And you can also click the link down below. Donate $1 and become an official member of the Human Party. You'll get a membership card as well as a monthly newsletter from me, Gene Pocket. Fulfill your evolutionary imperative and make sure that humanity goes on. Ask yourself, my human friend, are you a human hero? Of course, whether you donate or not, I'm going to be here every Thursday with news and updates. I might just be the last human report in the news soon if ReporterMate gets its way. Help me make sure that doesn't happen by visiting www.genepocket.org. That's GENEpocket.org. While you're there, you'll find more information about the Human Party, my presidential campaign, and links to our donation page. Just $1, my friends. In the meantime, don't forget to follow me on Twitter at VeggieLasagna96. You can also email me at vegetablelasagna96@gmail.com. Hit subscribe and ring that bell for notifications. Be sure to share this video so the algorithms aren't making all the decisions. Until next week, I wish good things for you, good things for the United States of America, and all the best for the human race. Thanks, and have a great week.
We're not gonna let them take our jobs. We're not gonna be replaced. We won't live in a world that's run by bots. We won't let them take our place. We won't let machines take our rights. We'll stand together, we will fight. We're not gonna let them We won't let bots control our news. We won't let machines divide with politics. We're not just data points to be used. We're human beings with living souls. We won't let the robots gain control. Together